So what's going on, guys? We're going to be talking about a device I picked up online, or that you can pick up online rather. I bought it secondhand, and that is the BMMM Rico. So let's do this. Alright, so let me start off again by saying we really have to stand together as a community of vapors and people who aren't even on the hobbyist side, like people watching my video, myself, and most of the Facebook groups are on the hobbyist slash, used to smoke cigarettes and now they needed something, an alternative, vaping. So I urge you to really try to get out there and make your story known. Let people know why you quit smoking and how you quit smoking. And if it was with flavors, hey, go to iquitsmokingbyvaping.com or go to the Facebook group page and, join and tell them your story and try to get your voice heard, because it's what we need to do. If you want flavors, then, you really have to make your voice heard and let your story be known. Okay, so that being said, we're talking about the Rico by BMMM, which is box Mod Mafia, and this is it's a good device, a 3D printed device. Not the cheapest device in the world. It feels nice. It feels nice in the hand. Little backstory: they are a Facebook group, box Mod Mafia, and they make 3D printed devices for the most part. And I will have this review and another review out, relatively soon after this one. It'll be on the Tiny V2. But this is the Rico, so let's talk about it, let's do it, and yeah, let's drop down to the table. Let's do this. Okay, so when you get your device, it's going to come in a bag like this. Now, I believe mine was a red bag, but I cannot find that bag at the moment. But it does come in this felt-esque type bag, and it's going to say Vape Smugglers, Box Mod Mafia. And then, here's the little gem itself. You're going to see that it's 3D printed. It's the PA12. So this is a relatively good 3D printed device. Now, looking at the face panel itself, I believe that this was customized. Well, I did buy this customized. I did buy this secondhand. So this is the carbon fiber, real carbon fiber. You got your acrylic buttons, and they all match. And then I actually bought an extra beauty ring, which will match as well. Now, when we're talking about the mod itself, let me take off this. This is the basic 1.1. Alright, so you're going to see the 510 is a Mod Maker 510, and you got a Mod Maker bottle system. I do got to put this back on for 1 second. Alright, so getting the bottle out is not as hard as I just made it seem. Now, you're going to have this tube bottle system, and this has actually become one of my favorite bottle systems because of ease of use. Now, you can just stick this right up in there and you're good to go, not have to worry about finding where that little metal tube is on top. Okay, so taking the battery out, this is a second-hand. I did buy this customized. It is a concrete style-esque 3D printed door panel. Now, you're going to look at it. It looks kind of strange in a way, but it does work, and it actually fits in nice and snug. So now, when talking about taking off the faceplate, it's actually not that hard to take off the faceplate. Get some type of material. I do recommend doing it over a surface, so that way you don't lose your buttons. Now, the board is exposed. So this is how you're going to customize your faceplate, take it off, put it back on, and I'll show you how to put it on right now. Just like this. And it goes right back on. So that's pretty nice. Look, okay, so when going through your presets, you're going to click on watts. You're going to have Nefi 48, which is like Neafol 48, I guess. Stainless steel 316L, nickel 200, SSV 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, well, 3, and then back to watts. You got your memory settings, which will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 7, 8, and back to 1. I'm going to leave mine on 1. Then going down, you got your boost setting if you want to, have the boost. Info, you got your system diagnosis, USB diagnosis, puff records, live info, last puff, my stats, about, which is going to be your, I believe your serial number and all that stuff, your code. You can have replay right there, which is helpful, but only if you have stainless steel and metals that are resistant or readable. You're going to have your stealth mode, your atomizer info, your brightness, Celsius or Fahrenheit, your time and date, lock mode, and back. So yeah, I like the way they have this set up. I like their menu system. It's actually a good menu system. Pretty easy to go through it. And yeah. Okay, so looking at some of the extras, these are actually some of the buttons you can buy. These are the ones that came on my mod when I bought it secondhand. So I'm not quite sure if these are actually customized already or if these came on the mod like that. But you can buy these, and these are the acrylic buttons. And they are $20 a set, which will come with the 3 little buttons as well. And these are actually very nice. They're very nicely made, and just nice acrylic. And then, if you don't like those ones, you can actually step it up and get the next level up, which is not exactly Makume like they say it is, but it resembles it. So I believe that's why they call it that. Let my camera focus. There we go. They call it Makume. Now, it's not real Makume, but it makes it $10 more for some reason. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that, just because it's not. I could be wrong. It could be not a metal, but I'm pretty sure that's the name of like a metal that looks like this. But, that being said, these are pretty nice too. If you had a nice little setup with a beauty ring to match, yeah, not bad. One last thing I'll show you guys is you can get custom, door panels, face plates, yada yada. This is what I have at the moment, and it's carbon fiber, which came on the mod, and then you can actually buy the grayish look like this and get it for a faceplate too to match. Make sure you ask for the set. If you're going to buy something and it just says panel, make sure you ask for the set, because it'll come with the faceplate and the, the door. So I got these customized buttons as well. They were $20 for the set, I believe, and you can get the beauty ring to match, which is a little bit extra, but if you're going to do it, why not? Because that way it'll match, it'll look good together. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. Yeah, so it looks good together, Very nice, very aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to try to keep this short, sweet, and to the mother-effing point. Okay, so let's start off with some back briefing of BMMMMM, Box Mod Mafia. Okay, so they're a Facebook group, and I can't promise you that I could really get you in the group, but I can lead you to a certain type of way that I can give you their website, and that's about the best I can do. Because their website, their profile, their Facebook group is a private group, it's not the easiest to get into it. Now, I'm going to try to see what I can do as far as links in the description, so we'll keep that, till the end, until the description. So that right there might be a negative to some of you. It's not the easiest to get into the group, and that's just how it is. It's supply and demand. People make their Facebook groups private. People want your stuff more because it's not as easy to get. But when you do get into the group, I promise you it's a little bit easier to at least get not only a used one or a new one. I bought this secondhand off of a friend of mine that I've met through the channel, I've met through Facebook groups, and I trust him. He's sold me this, and it's been a good device. But I do want to talk about some more negatives. The first negative is going to be the panels are a little bit iffy. This is the 3D printed gray, I guess, concrete. You see nothing happening. Now, when you're using a 2700, that was a 21700, this is a 2700 right here in it. It moves, but I am shaking it rather hard. So we'll move on to the carbon fiber door. I'll put the same 2700 back in it. Now, this is being awfully nitpicky of me, but it does happen and I have to show you. And this is one of the issues with side panel battery entry. Well, you've seen it come out. Now, the carbon fiber door does have a lot of wiggle room, so that's going to happen. Now, let's try the 2700. It doesn't come out as much, but the door does open. Now, that's not so much because of the door as much as it is for the contacts. Now, when you have the 3D printed door in, you're good, because it's more firm. It doesn't have any wiggle room as much as the carbon fiber does. Now, like I said, there's not a lot of instances that you're going to be doing that or making your mod do that, but that's something I have to show you. The only other negative I really have for this device is going to be the buildup of e-juice on the 510 connection. It seems to me like there's been more e-juice buildup on my 510 connection than any other mod that I've had. It's a pretty well-known, you know, mod maker bottle system and mod maker 510, so I don't really know if that's a thing that's common with those, but you know, it could be my imagination. But I'm pretty sure that I've felt like through experience and through, you know, just using this for about a month now or so, this thing builds up a little bit more e-juice than I'm accustomed to. Now, you could put a O-ring on the base of your 510 of your atomizer underneath where the base is, or you can use a beauty ring. And I've noticed with the beauty ring, like this one, that it hasn't been as bad, but it still builds up. So the next negative, and really the last negative, even though I said the last one was the last negative, is going to be price. The price is, you know, base price is $299.99, you know, and, you know, 1 penny under 300, so, you know, you keep it fresh. But, you know, it's a custom-made, 3D printed, PA12, real carbon fiber. The contacts are solid silver for the positive, and brass with nickel plating for the positive. So you got good materials in the positives and the negatives of the terminals, and you got a good board. The DNA board is a good board, and you're using high quality materials when it comes to the 3D printed materials. So let's talk about positives. The positives are, you know, it's good that it's a 21700 all the way down to an 18650 battery. It's also a very nice bottle placement, and I like the bottle system. I like the metal tube system to where your bottle just slides up. You don't got to find a little 510 pin up in there. You're good to go. That's one of my favorite new bottle systems. Things I really like about this bottle system is if you have a bottle like this and you have one of these bigger, you know, chubby gorilla, whatever type of bottles, you can stick it in just like this, squeeze on this, lift up, squeeze down, lift up, squeeze down, lift up, squeeze down, lift up, and it actually fills your bottle all the way up by just squeezing in and squeezing out, and then you're good to go. That kind of made a mess that time because I wasn't paying attention, but for the most part it is mess free, and then you can stick it right back up into the mod. So let me take a quick hit, even though it really has nothing to do with anything. Alright, so I do recommend this device, as it's one of the only, you know, 21700s that are, you know, this small, and there are a few out there, don't get me wrong, but this is actually a very nice American-made product that I can stand behind. I like the placement of the bottle. I like that you can finger fire. I like that you can thumb fire. I also like all the different assortments of things you can get, such as the buttons, the faceplate, the door panel, and the beauty ring, and it all matches. So there's a lot of positives, a lot of customization about this. Very easy, just stick a flathead screwdriver, something flat up there, take off the faceplate, put the buttons in, you're good to go. So I really do recommend this device if you like customization, you like 3D printed, you like squonking, you like 24 to 22 millimeter RDAs. You know, if you just like the fact that it's customizationable, that word, and just how it looks. I do like how it looks. I like how it feels. So I'm going to say yes to this. If you guys have the extra money and you think that $299.99 under 300 by 1 penny is a reasonable price, then go out and get it. I'm just here to show you guys a product that I use on a day-to-day basis, really. I use this a lot. It's pocket friendly. It's just there, good to go. Good bottle capacity. I believe it's around 7 mils-ish, and you don't have to worry about a tube, finding the tube up in it, so you're good to go. I will leave links in the description as far as where you can get it for the most part. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for another one. Thanks, guys.